Hey guys, thanks for coming to this video. It's going to be a super helpful, informational video. I wanted to sit down and talk about pores. So I have noticed in the beauty community, pores are something that are so misunderstood and there's so many misconceptions about them, and ones that, for years up until very recently, I found out the truth about. And it just blows my mind how these misconceptions reach millions of people, and it's just passed on, and everybody is just kind of thinking, here's what we think and here's how we take care of them. I've taken it upon myself because I wanted to learn for myself about my skin. How can I take care of my skin? Why does everybody think pores are, kind of bad? Because for a long time I was struggling and my pores were just I didn't understand why I couldn't get rid of them. So if you're kind of if you want to learn all about pores, this may be a long video. Hang tight with me. We're gonna dive right in and we're gonna talk about pores. I'm gonna teach you what I taught myself, and we're all going to learn together because I want us all to have great skin. And I think what we do now with skincare and stuff, I think that's getting in the way of that. So I'm trying to kind of smash those misconceptions. So if you would like to do that with me today, then go ahead and keep on watching. So first off, I have my little notepad because it's small enough for me to carry every day to work. And I've been reading about all kinds of things that have to do with pores, and the first thing I think is important to talk about is the history of pores. So when ancient Greek physicians and philosophers were learning about the skin, I guess, doing their own research, kind of diagnosing people themselves, they kind of felt like pores were like the airway. They were like your airway. That's how your skin breathes. The dates that I found, I don't know how accurate they are. It was actually pretty hard to find this information, but I spent a lot of time on it, and I was able to find that someone with the last name of Galen from AD 129 to 210, he believed that they expelled wastes, and that's where sweat leaked out, but he thought that it was in droplet form. And then there was Gaddison. He was it said from 1280. He believed that closing your pores would kind of prevent your body from breathing, basically. There would be no escape of vapors, and he thought that pores being closed was kind of like a disease. So what he would tell people, and he actually, I think he kind of wrote his own diagnostic thing, he believed and told people that staying active, being energetic, sweaty, hot, would keep your pores open, and that would in turn make sure that those vapors could get through, the air could get through, and you'd be healthier, I guess. And it was not rare for people back then to believe that, because a lot of the Greek philosophers and physicians actually believed that closing your pores was bad. They believed that your pores opened and closed, and you needed to, they would tell people, use very heavy bedding when you go to sleep at night, take very hot baths. They would recommend purging, drinking a lot of hot beverages, doing running around, staying active to increase your sweating, basically, and even induce vomiting on yourself. They believed all of these things were good to do in order to keep your pores open, so that, so that they weren't closed and they wouldn't be blocked. And the reason I found this so interesting was because this was so long ago. I mean, 1280, that's a pretty long time ago, and they actually believed these things. And I guess over time, people, I mean, you think about now, how long has it been? I mean, really, how long ago was that to now? And we still have people saying that your pores open and close. That's why I'm doing this video. So let's ask ourselves, what are pores? I mean, what are they, really? Pores are, you know, the little dots that we all have. You know, they're naturally open. It's a gateway that houses your sebaceous glands, and you have to think like it's a chimney. You have your hair follicles, and the opening is your pore. So it's not that they're exactly the same thing, but they're not different either. And your pores are where, like I said, your oil comes from, and your sweat glands. So what do we know about the skin that explains why we have them? Why are they important? What do they do? We have several layers to our skin. So we have the main ones, and then we have the kind of sub-layers that kind of help work with the epidermis. So the epidermis is this layer right here. It's the outer layer. It's the one right on top. And this epidermis layer has its own sub-layers. So some facts about these, I haven't memorized, you know, this area, so I'm looking at my paper, but apparently your epidermis, it's not any thicker than a sheet of paper. So it's kind of like, it's what's shielding you from the outside world. It's kind of like your own personal shield. So it's composed of 5 layers, and I'm gonna go through what each of them do because it's pretty interesting. So if you're interested, then. So the first one is called Stratum Corneum. This is supposed to be like a layer of dead keratinocytes. The next one is Stratum lucidum. This is where the dead skin cells are responsible for your skin's ability to like stretch. Stratum granulosum, it's the granule layer, is responsible for the process of keratinization. The next one is Stratum Spinosum. This is called the prickle cell layer. It's believed to kind of help the epidermis like withstand abrasion and friction. And then the basal layer. This is the deepest layer of the epidermis. It's a continuous layer of cells. They constantly divide. And new cells push the old cells to the surface where they end up shedding. So the next main layer is the dermis, and this is the middle layer. And this is where your sweat and sebum glands are. This is the thickest layer. It makes up most of your skin. It's said to contain elastin and collagen, which gives your skin like structure and elasticity. So what happens from this layer is your sebum and your sweat, they travel through the surface of your skin through channels, and I'm sure those channels, you already know, are your pores. So your body is basically, it's constantly pushing those cells through your pores just all the time. Your pores allow them to safely exit your body. It's important to mention right now that sebum is your body's natural hydration. It's the body's way of kind of keeping you hydrated so that your skin isn't dry and flaky and, you know, all those things. People with dry skin, they have a lack of sebum, and that's okay. But people with oily skin like me, please stop stripping your natural oils. It's terrible. Please stop. Your skin is trying to protect you, and you should be thankful for your pores. In turn, when you get sebum, it's kind of protecting your skin from harmful bacteria as well. And by doing that, the dead skin cells and the sebum, they kind of mix together to kind of create like a barrier to protect your skin from the like harmful bacteria that could get in. But because it does that, your pores can become blocked. I think this is where people struggle the most, because sometimes it gets blocked. That ends up creating large pores. Then you have your hypodermis, and this is the innermost layer of the skin. I didn't have too much information on this. There are several reasons why pores may become bigger, and like I said, it's because, you know, the mix of dead skin cells and sebum, it can kind of, when it coats your skin, it can end up becoming blocked. And also, people that are aging, you know, older people, their pores can become bigger if their skin is sagging. So sometimes sagging can cause that too. There are several factors for large pores. When you wash your face, you want something that's going to clean the surface, kind of, you know, clean the excess oils out, but not so much. Like, you kind of want to clean what's already there, and you don't want it to, like, strip your skin of its natural oils. Like, when people tell you that, like, it's really important to listen to them. So what you want to look for is a cleanser that is, first of all, low pH. Please take this into consideration. This was something I did not ever take into consideration until recently. I've never even thought about that. Low pH, no fragrance. I mean, skincare isn't supposed to smell good. No fragrance. You know, if it smells like strawberries and bananas, and it's very scented, and it could really irritate your skin. You don't want oils in your cleansers or waxes. You want something that's just going to kind of take care of your skin in the best way possible, the most gentle way, just a way that's going to really help you in the long run. So your cells are constantly, you know, they're being pushed out of, you know, these channels, and which brings me to wonder why do people still think the pores open and close? Your pores don't open and close. They don't have muscles. They don't have their own muscles giving them an ability to open and to close. So when you're using hot water on your face, hot water can actually damage your skin. It can make it red and itchy. It can dry it out. So please be aware of that. Really cold water, it's really not necessary. The best way to wash your face is lukewarm water, maybe a little bit more on the you know, cooler side, but definitely lukewarm. I used to think steaming my skin would open up my pores, like just magically open up my pores, and I could extract all my blackheads and, you know, whatever else. And actually, when you're using heat on your face, so hot water, steam, you know, hot rags, stuff like that, what you're doing is just you're softening the skin. So when your skin is wet, it gets softer, right? And that's what happens when your skin is wet, no matter what. It doesn't matter the temperature. What does matter is that you know that steaming your skin is not going to open anything. Your pores don't have muscles. The steam isn't going to touch your face, and your pores aren't going to expand. That's not real. It's just not real. It doesn't happen. And the only thing it's doing is it's going to loosen what's inside. You can definitely do it as long as you know that it's loosening what's in your skin. And that does make extracting easier. So if you think about what I told you at the beginning about those from a long time ago, those physicians and philosophers that had those conclusions about pores, you know, constantly sweating, that's not necessary. I mean, it's good to sweat, it is, but in turn, I'm sure their pores actually got blocked because it was just so much. And it blows my mind how that has carried on into today's world, because I've even seen brands claim, hey, open your pores and put our product on, close your pores with this. I've seen it. I can't pinpoint where I've seen it, but I know I have, and that it's crazy to me that people who own brands and make skincare actually are not educated on this at all. And I've said in, you know, my other videos, I am not a doctor. I didn't go to school for this. I spend a lot of time researching, and and I mean a lot of time. I spent a lot of time researching. I just write stuff down. I research stuff, you know, any questions people have, anything I've seen, I look it up and I read about it. I look through a whole bunch of sources, and it's out there, you know, it's public information. And it, you know, just months ago, I believed that my pores opened and closed. They don't. They don't have muscles. See, actually over summer, my pores were larger than they had ever have been before. And I was buying like a ton of primers that fill in your pores, and you know, like really thick ones that kind of just block them completely. I actually use this. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus face primer. This just kind of smooths your skin. It says that it, like, you know, smooths pores and fine lines and stuff. I don't think it does that, but it does give me like a smooth base. And I noticed ever since making the switch, first of all, switching my skincare and primers for sure, I noticed that my pores were way less visible. They're not even something I worry about now, and that's another reason why I wanted to do this video, because stop obsessing over your pores. If they're large, start using something that's going to clean them, but not strip your skin. Like, you don't want harsh chemicals. A long time ago, like, I was struggling. First of all, I had acne in all of my high school years, and even after high school for years, like, it was still bad. And it wasn't until about 2 years ago when things finally started slowing down for me. My acne started going away. I was using actually La Roche Posay. I don't know how you say that, but I was using their gel cleanser, and I have to say, what that did to my skin, it took so long for my skin to recover from it and like open my mouth wide. Like, otherwise my skin right here would crack. It would actually break apart, and it was peeling constantly, and it hurt. And I was putting moisturizer and oils on my skin, and I was just packing it on. My skin was begging for moisture. I couldn't figure out what was going on. My acne stopped, but it damaged my skin. That is not good. Like, I was using that day and night, and I was actually, because my skin was like that, I was using harsh exfoliating scrubs, which I have a video about that. Please stop using those. I was using those like really harshly on my skin. You know, my face would be red all the time. It was irritated. I disrupted, you know, the barriers of my skin that are meant to protect my skin. I was just damaging every single day. And I've always had skin problems, so that was why I didn't want to be a blind shopper anymore. I was picking stuff up that I felt were good or that I saw people on YouTube using, and I realized I want to be an educated buyer. I want to know what ingredients are going to help my skin. I want to know what my skin actually needs. I want to listen to it, and I have the best skin right now. I know I have makeup on right now, but my skin has never been so smooth. And that's, I have to say, it's because of the changes I've made. I would like to do a skincare routine, but I just don't think anybody's interested. But if anybody is, I could definitely do it, but I'm just saying, I started researching, and I wanted to do these videos because I was finding so much out that I had no idea before. I was just watching people on YouTube put all these crazy things on their faces, doing these things, and, you know, they don't even know. And I see people on Instagram all the time using these really harsh chemicals and scrubs on their faces, and it's really hard for me not to say anything because I don't want to sound like, oh, like I know everything and here, like I don't want to seem like that. That's why I'm just kind of like doing a whole video on it. But take care of your skin, listen to it. If you're using really harsh cleansers, if your skin feels really tight and like it needs hydration when you're finished cleansing your skin, it's time to make the switch, because it's time to go shopping. It's time to stop. It's time to look for something no fragrance. It's time to look for something low pH, something that's going to just cleanse your skin gently but also condition it. And I promise you will feel so much better. For so long, I thought that my oil was dirty. Like, it meant dirt. It meant that my skin was not clean and I needed to clean it and I needed to blot constantly. And now I just let it shine through. You want to get oily? Okay. Like, it's hydrating. It's your natural hydration. It's the way that your pores are taking care of your skin. Your pores are constantly there to protect you. It's the way that your skin is pushing the dead cells out. Your skin is not doing anything but protecting you. And when you're putting harsh chemicals and stuff on your skin, all you're doing is saying, I don't care what you're doing for me, I don't want it. I highly recommend that everybody learns about the skin and learns the best way to take care of it, because once I did and I started making changes, I promise, like I had the most problemed skin even months ago, and it's finally starting to pay off, all the changes I've made. I'm so happy that like I have even a few subscribers to share this information with, because it's so important to know. If you see, you know, brands or big YouTubers talking about, oh, your pores open and close, stuff like that, just politely correct them. Tell them that, you know, they're giving a huge audience such false information. Your pores aren't bad, sebum isn't dirty, and that's all I needed to say for this video. So that's everything that you need to know about pores. I think that's what I'm gonna name this video, but that's everything you need to know. And I hope that this was really helpful, and I wish you the best skin ever. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.